Welcome back to the Dave Brayley Athletic Center. This is the last game of the semester for the 7-0 Mohawk squad, coming up against the 0-8 Fanshawe Falcons. I'm Liam Dunlop with Sadie Martin. We'll hear from Christine Midgley in just a little bit. Fanshawe is 0-8, but they haven't been blowouts all their games.
No, they're definitely not a team to take lightly. So they've had 4 games that they lost by a combined only 10 points.
Yeah.
So, when I first, was looking into their stats, 0-8, I was like, okay, this can be a cakewalk for Mohawk. But then we started looking into the games, they were all like nail biters, like we just watched with the women's game. So I definitely don't think they're a team to be taken lightly by Mohawk tonight.
Mohawk just beat Redeemer on the weekend 95-71, and 6 players were in double digits, and that's a good team effort.
Yeah, it's definitely a force to be reckoned with. We had Barr, he had 15 points, Hunt had 10 points, Collins 12, Afari 11, Brereton 10, Ironi 10. Yeah, we can just go on, and Hunt had a double-double with 11 rebounds. So just such a deep Mohawk team we have. So it's definitely going to be a good game tonight. If Mohawk brings their A game, then I think that they can handily take this one.
Christine talked to Coach Jonker pregame. What do you have to say, Christine?
Thanks, Liam. As you guys know, Fanshawe's going into this 0-8. I asked Jonker if he was going to take it easy on the team. He said absolutely not. You need to approach every game as a fresh start and make no assumptions. Even though Fanshawe's missing 4 out of its 5 top players with injuries, it doesn't really matter. They're still pulling in really close scores. At the end of the day, anything can happen here, so Jonker is prepared.
Thank you very much, Christine. We're underway here. And as Christine said, Fanshawe has really been dealing with a lot of injuries.
Yeah, when we were watching them warm up, we only saw 9 players, and we were kind of shocked. We're like, is that what they're bringing to this game? So unfortunately, 7 people injured. That has a huge impact on your team. It comes a lot into your conditioning. This team has to be ready for what Mohawk's going to bring them.
Bar went up to Brereton. Brereton smartly takes it down, and he finished with the right hand. Orsko Rayo into Daly. Daly with the jumper, and that's good. Bar, left side. No look pass over to Brereton. Brereton has all day with that shot. Not this time. Rebound taken down by Terrien. Nice low pass. And Gakutu cannot finish. Brereton up, Afari. Oh, they're trying the flashy stuff quick. Brereton spinning, gives it over to Hunt. Hunt has that jumper. That's good.
He knew it was good too. He was already halfway down the court while it was still in the air.
Orsko Rayo over to Terrien. All the way left side, Baylis. Baylis has a lane. He takes it up, banks it home.
That looked a little easy for him. He just weaved right around and had the middle lane open for him.
Big pick set there by Hunt. Bar all the way, gets hacked, and he'll go to the line for 2 shots.
And he made it look just as easy. He weaved through 3 Fanshawe players that time.
The backcourt for Fanshawe starting, none of them over 6 foot. Very short squad. Their tallest player that's not injured being 6'4".
Yeah, that's a hit to your team, especially in men's basketball.
Especially against this Mohawk squad. They don't have the tallest team, but they get on the boards hard. Bar hits both. They give it over to Terrien. Terrien quick to Daly. Good defense by Hunt. Keeping his arms straight up, letting the offense come to him. Brereton takes it down again.
He can jump so high.
Yeah, it's scary. Orsko Rayo. Big pick set there by Gakutu. Orsko Rayo misses the jumper. That's unlucky there. Bar, Brereton, again as all day. This time cannot finish.
Not again.
2 big rebounds by Afari, and Collins gets it out to Brereton. Brereton around to Collins, up and good.
Good finish.
And this is the offense we like to see from Mohawk quick. 10-4. Terrien. That's a shooting foul. So Terrien will go to the line for 2 shots. Terrien, the leading scorer for Fanshawe, 18.1 points per game, and he's a great shooter. 45 from the field, 39.7 from 3, and 80% from the line.
Yeah, that's huge.
First one is good.
Yeah, and just last game against Sheridan, he put up 30 points.
That's huge.
So, well over his average of 18.
Burton didn't want to take it this time. Barr runs into Hunt, but he finishes anyways.
Sometimes that works, you know, it's like a little block from the defender.
Roscoe Rayo. Terrien for 3, missed. Ball's tipped up and taken down by Barr. Barr up to Collins. Collins tips the ball out of bounds. Timeout taken by Fanshawe, but I think we were talking about this before the game. I think there's a little bit of the offense is working for Mohawk. I'm not going to say that.
It's not the speed that we're used to, though.
Yeah, and the lob passes.
Yeah,
overconfidence.
They're trying to do a little bit of showmanship a little early.
Sometimes the standings don't always pan out, as we were talking about. There have been close games for Fanshawe, and they've just been hit by the injury bug, and there's nothing you can really do about that.
Yeah, and they, like you said, they've had close games, and you know Mohawk has come out cocky at games before where it's bit them in the butt, and they've had, you know, I think it was St. Clair that had a huge comeback on them. So I don't think Mohawk wants to be getting too confident quite yet.
These are the games where if Mohawk takes a really big lead, that's when you can start seeing the bench players we haven't been seeing and a lot more rookies.
Yeah, which will be nice, you know. Mohawk already has such depth, so a lot of people get points on the board, but to get more of the rookies in, that would be good. You know, they can get a feel for this kind of game. And at the same time, Fanshawe needs to be conserving their energy in a game like this because it's a long game to be only using 9 players.
What an awkward shot by Baylis, but it falls. Barr thought about giving it to Burton, but he gives it out to Hunt, and Hunt finishes down low easily.
Yeah, he was wide open there.
Good work by Barr, using those eyes. Terrien. As Iveronis and Watson are about to come on. Daly takes it up, misses. Good work by Baylis there, getting the offensive rebound and putting it off of Hunt's thigh. Ennis Burton and Kojo Afari take the seat for Mohawk. Nice low pass, Roscoe Rayo. Still has it, gets cut off by Watson. Jacks up the triple, short. And again, Baylis, same thing. Knocks it off the leg of Hunt.
It was fast. It was like a
He
spin move saving the ball.
Yeah. There's a big man right here, actually. I was confused. McConkey. He is 6'8", so I was wrong on that one, saying that the tallest player was only 6'4". That McConkey guy is a very big man.
Yeah, he makes Jeff Hunt look small out there.
We'll see how he is with the ball as he gets it right here. He's got the jumper. Air ball. Watson. Collins. Travel before the foul. Collins couldn't handle the high pass.
Yeah, there wasn't really room for him to go anywhere without taking down a Fanshawe player.
The play goes out to Terrien. He misses short. Collins has Watson with him on the left side, gives it to him. Watson stop pop, short. Collins error, and the foul. And that's another thing we were talking about before the game. What if the Falcons start getting in foul trouble and they only have 8 players?
Yeah. It's not something they want to be getting into.
Foul problems have hurt Fanshawe. 4 players average over 3 fouls per game, so Mohawk might be going to the line quite a bit this one. Collins finishes off the end 1 free throw. Watson, great hustle, but good work by Stern. Last touch off Mohawk. Mohawk 17, Fanshawe 8. 5:17 remaining in the first quarter. Big Chuck. Ivoroni tips that ball out of bounds. Him and Stern went for it. Terrian looking for Baylis. Terrian shoots a lot. That one's short. Collins is out running. He has Barr with him to the right. Takes it all the way himself and finishes with the left hand.
Nice finish. Terrian on Fanshawe's side of things. All of his shots have been short.
Yeah, they
He's
have.
looking a little fatigue out there, and it's only the first quarter.
We were talking about it earlier. He's got great hair.
He does. Yeah, I was wondering if he was going to end up putting that up in a ponytail.
Gaguku misses. Big rebound by Hunt. He loves those one-hand boards and likes slamming the ball. Hunt, Barr for 3. Gets fouled. He'll go to the line for 2 shots. Roscoe Rea, those aren't the fouls he can be taking.
No.
He seems...
On a normal team, you don't want to be taking those fouls, so.
Actually, 3 shots. Thank you for Kevin Ferrer and the truck for backing me up on that one. Barr will go to the line for 3 shots. First one's clean. Barr, 76.5% shooter from the line. He's been outstanding all year. Second one as well. 17.6 points per game, 7.7 rebounds per game, 2.6 assists per game, and a steal per game.
Yeah, he's a great all-around player. A good person for Mohawk to be controlling the game, in the point guard position.
Press being shown by Mohawk. Terrian with kind of a push-off. Gives it over to Gakutu. Back to Terrian. Roscoe Rayo. Baylis. Baylis bounces off his shoe. Durnick in the game. Takes it away. Durnick, Sabaya. Durnick, we know he can hit it. Leaves it short. It bounces in. He got the
lucky ones.
Yeah, he got a couple of those against Sheridan our last game we called.
Yeah, no, he gets lucky that way. He must just have the right kind of spin on that ball.
Roscoe Rayo has space. Takes the jumper, and that one's good. Nice looking jumper from the free throw line. Durnick thought about it. Quick swings. Ivoroni for 3. He was
Another
hot there
one.
against
Yeah.
Sheridan as well.
Yeah, no, it's been his spot.
28 points.
And I
and
think
they're
if
still,
Ivoroni makes his first shot, it's going to be a good game for him.
yeah. Still 3.5 minutes remaining, and Mohawk at 28. Baylis, Terrian. That's good. Finally found his range.
I was watching, there was a little bit of pushing on Fanshawe's side, keeping Ivoroni away from that shooter.
Watson missed. Ivoroni tried to punch it back. Turnover. Adrian Achanwa coming on the game. Baylis subs off for Sam Stern. Out of these 8 players, 5 of them rookies and the other 3 second years, so that's tough.
Yeah, that's a very new team.
Terrian. Nice
That was good.
shot.
I think the coach was hushed there a little bit.
Yeah, the head coach said, pass the ball, and he proved him wrong.
Yeah, that's one of those things, if he wouldn't have made that, he would have been getting in trouble, but.
Sabaya for 3. He's off. Mohawk doesn't need the three-pointers. I'm not sure why they're settling.
I think it's like you said before, they're kind of have a little bit of a showing off spirit today.
Timeout taken by Mohawk. Up by 12, 28-16, and as we can see, a lot of hands on the hips for Fanshawe, and this is when fatigue starts settling in for a team with 8 players right now.
Yeah, you can't rotate them fast enough to give them the breaks they need, which is unfortunate for them.
We got some highlights of all the three-pointers being taken by both teams. There's Durnick's lucky bounce. There's a very deep three from Tarian when he finally found his range. Ivoroni, of course, from the corner. A nice little step back by Tarian. I think that's probably why he averages 18 points per game.
Exactly.
He does shoot a lot, but he does shoot a great clip. Yeah, he takes about 8 three-pointers per game, makes about 3, so 40% average isn't too shabby.
No, definitely not. And with being a shooter and only having 8 players playing, you know, his first couple shots were a little bit short, which I thought maybe was the fatigue, but it looks like he's getting his stroke now, so hopefully he doesn't get too worn out and he can keep producing those.
There's Orozco Rayo. Gives it off. Stern gets it back. Good defense by Tarian, double touched. Good defense by Ivoroni, excuse me. Tipped off Tarian. Sabaya sets a big pick. Watson, pump fakes left, goes right. Durnick inside of Chalmwa. Chalmwa up, too much mustard. A lot of pushing off Fanshawe seems to do on Ivoroni. There's another one. This time the jumper's good. I think that's got to get called eventually.
Yeah, I think Ivoroni was trying to exaggerate it there just
definitely.
to, you know, make it known to the refs, but doesn't look like they're wanting to call that.
Ooh, Sabaya
Nice
with
one.
a clean stroke from the elbow. Tarian, let's see if he shoots again. This time he gives it into Gugutu. Gugutu going all the way left, blocked by Achalma. Tipped out by Sabaya. Straight to Durnick. Durnick, Ivoroni. So much speed on it, but good finish by Watson.
That was a good follow.
Orozco Rayo. Slowing it way down. Gives it off to Daly. Daly up, blocked by Sabaya. Durnick looking for someone. Takes it himself, finishes himself. 34 points in this first quarter for Mohawk so far. Minute remaining. Tarian thought about it. Good defense by Ivoroni, poking that ball loose out of bounds. Baylis on for Stern. Brereton on for Ivoroni. Ivoroni gets a well-deserved break. Daly gets it inside. Gives it back to Gugutu. Gugutu for
wide open.
deep 2, they call it. He was wide open. Durnick, Sabaya. He's hot.
Yeah.
It's not one player that's hot, it's another player for Mohawk, and that is a
Exactly.
very scary thing for the OCAA.
And we're seeing a lot of three-pointers tonight.
Tarian stepped out of bounds. Another turnover for Fanshawe.
Mohawk could see 40 points in the first
In the
quarter.
first quarter, yeah. That's a big number.
That is
Because if you times that by 4, that's 160. And that would be
good
a
math.
lot of points.
good fast math, Liam.
Sabaya up. Look at Watson flying out of nowhere trying to get the tip back, but no can do as Mohawk almost doubles up Fanshawe 37-20
in the first
and
quarter.
You have to be happy with what you've seen from Mohawk so far.
Yeah, I think they're actually going a little bit slower than I expected them to. I think because the shots are there, they're able to move the ball around and get the shots. The threes are draining, so you might as well just keep that up. And yeah, I think that last defensive shot, not defensive shot, the last shot Fanshawe took, the three, Mohawk wasn't really around them. I think that was just, they're kind of slacking on their defense a little bit. I think because they see the lead is what it is right now.
With 37 points, that calls for an action-packed highlight reel of the first quarter. That was the good take by Baylis. A couple of them, and that one was weird, but it went in.
Like fell onto him.
Collins has been great.
The threes.
Durnick got that roll again. Sabaya with the block. Great work on both ends for Sabaya. Again, another rookie for Mohawk, stepping his game up.
Exactly. Yeah, we can talk about Mohawk's depth forever.
All day.
Yeah, all day. Everyone's contributing for both the men's and the women's, so it's a good season of basketball to be watching.
14 buckets on 10 assists for Mohawk, shooting 58%, and points off the bench are massive.
Yeah, no, they're Mohawk men's are feeling good tonight.
15 points for Mohawk, nothing for Fanshawe. And everyone's doing it for him. Lamar Barr, 7, with 5 points coming from the free throw line. Kareem Collins, 7. Durnick, 5. Ivoroni, 3. Brereton, 4. Hunt, 4. Watson, 2. So pretty much everyone that's touched the floor has contributed.
Exactly.
Leading scorer for the Falcons is Tarian with 8. 2 of 5. All of those being 3-pointers, and then 2 from the free throw line. Another steal. They're going to call offensive foul. Good take by Orozco Rayo. Collins going a little too wild into the paint. Ben McConkey back in the game. To Daly. And every time Fanshawe comes off the court, it's one of their players, they just look so down.
Yeah, it's not. They're definitely a little discouraged.
Tarian, Roscoe Rayo. No space to go. Tipped out. Nice pass inside McConkey. Finishes with the right hand.
Just from what I've heard of the Fanshawe men's coach, just being kind of next to him, is I think he has the same expectations, even though he has this less players. He seems pretty tough on them when they come off. He's going to point out the mistakes they made and where they need to improve.
Collins into Chamwa, and he'll finish that all day long. Hunt Nafari set to come back in the game. Quick passing around the horn. Fanshawe can't seem to get anything going on down low. Kakutu takes it in. Tarian for 3. That's good. He's finding his stroke for sure. Double digits. Barr crossing over. Bounce pass in. Sabaya finishes easily.
Yeah, that was a great play. Barr's really good at that. He has eyes for all the players. He knows where they're going to move to and where the opening's going to appear.
Baylis steps out of bounds. The dribble drive penetration, as we were talking about with Barr. Let's take another look. Yeah, dribble drive penetration. Nice, easy bounce pass to Sabaya, and that's amazing. So 4 assists for Barr now. 3 for Brereton, and the stat sheet's just lighting up, and it's only a minute and a half into the second quarter. But it's not over. Fanshawe has 25. That's still a lot of points to put up so far against a very tight Mohawk defense.
Exactly. So I think that they can come. There can be a shift in power here. So if Fanshawe starts hitting those threes, they have good shooters and they can get those 3-pointers coming up. And I think that's a huge thing for a team that isn't deep. They don't have those backup players. So if you can avoid running a lot is best. So definitely opting out for those 3-pointers will help them out.
Let's talk a little bit of statistics. Mohawks men are first in the OCAA in points per game and rebounds per game, and they're also in the top 3 for field goal percentage and free throw percentage. And coming off the season they had last year, making it to the bronze medal game of nationals.
They have high expectations.
High expectations, and they're meeting them as well.
Which I think was a little bit of a shock because we lost a lot of players from last year, a lot of starters. So to see all these people stepping up is awesome.
Collins into Hunt, floats it up and in. Great defense by Barr. Roscoe Rayo takes it up, cannot finish. Another rebound for Hunt. Ooh, fancy little behind the back dribble by Barr. Swings it out, Brereton goes baseline, leaves it up short. Last touch by Fanshawe, that'll be Mohawk ball. Collins to inbound here. Wisely gives it up to Hunt instead of going for the alley-oop to Afari. Collins leaves the shot short, but 2 Falcons can't get their claws on it. You like that? Falcons claws?
Yeah.
You like that? Yeah. Not bad.
It's a good play on words. It's been a long night.
Barr, very contested 3, and that goes for him. Nothing more you could do on defense than Baylis just did. Roscoe Rayo wasting as much time as possible. Gives over to Baylis. Baylis looks inside. Gives it up to McConkey. McConkey floats one up. Short, and I think Hunt is just going to collect all those rebounds.
Yeah, it's what he's known for.
Barr deep. Leaves it short. He was a little too deep. Big pick set there by McConkey. He gets it back, goes up. Offensive foul call. Good work by Kojo Afari, taking in the numbers.
Yeah, especially he had to step in for that help defense.
Let's take another look. That's a big man running into Kojo.
Fanshawe coach not too happy about that offensive call there, but we just watched it on the replay. And
Very close.
It looked good to me.
Those are the hardest calls to make as a ref.
You know, either way, one coach is going to be upset about it.
Oh, definitely. Ooh, Kojo. That is mean.
That was a message.
Let's take another look at that, please.
A couple times.
Ooh, the slow-mo. Oh, get out of here. Wow.
He slammed that.
That's the basketball you like to see. Confusion all over Fanshawe. They get it in. Roscoe Rayo takes it up. Nice little 1-2 step around Jeff Hunt. Foul being called.
Fanshawe coach still.
Actually, they're just going to say out of bounds, no foul.
Offensive call.
Barr spinning, dishing, gives it up to Afari, and he finishes with the right hand. Mohawk now with 48 to Fanshawe's 27. Baylis all the way, floats it up, and good, and one. Baylis looks tired, but whenever he has the ball, he has that spark of energy to drive to the hoop.
And hard finishing for him, especially as a floater, and to get fouled on it. It's a good finish.
Substitutions on the floor, Jesse Broad and Mohan Casey. Mohan, haven't seen much of him, but he's from Burbuff in Hamilton. He's only seen a couple minutes so far in this one. Season, that is. The free throw is missed by Baylis. Caught by the Fanshawe coach. Collins gets the inbound duties. Floats it up. Brereton down!
That's not the first time we've seen that play this season, so still a nice one to watch, though.
Oh, beautiful basketball. They probably practice that in the gym. Even in open gym, they probably practice that.
Exactly. Who wouldn't? They're like, Coach, can we practice plays?
Baylis misses the duck. Let's take another look at that alley-oop. Collins with the alley. Brereton with the easy oop. Kazi drew the foul, so that was good work by him as he passed it off to Brereton. Broad to Kazi. Kazi jab stepping. Deep triple, and that one's not going to fall usually. Yeah, he had to test it. Roscoe Rayo. Another ill-advised pass. And the thing that really hurts for Fanshawe is they can really only put one guy in at a time without getting 3 people tired.
Exactly. Yeah, no, it's not an ideal situation for them at all.
Collins.
Especially with a Mohawk team that likes to run.
They love to run. Tried to get it off to Hunt there. Thrown right out of bounds. I think he tried to be a little too fancy with the no-looker. Swings left side, Baylis. Baylis cuts baseline, right into the heart of the defense. No. Kazi with the rebound. Kazi is off. Kazi, Collins for 3. Broad with the rebound. Seven for Kazi to work with. Kazi gets it off. Brereton for 3. That's money.
That's good. Deep threes are his spot.
Which is very difficult. It seems like when he's near the line, don't go in,
no.
but when he's a step back.
I was just thinking that.
Foul called there. That'll go against Broad. Substitution on the floor. Stephen Deli, second year from Cathedral, will see his way on. And Brace Abaya as well. Up and under finish from Daly after he got the offensive rebound. Collins, 1-2. How does that go in?
He was like starting to fall down, starting of his 2 steps into that layup. So
Roscoe Rayo takes it all the way. He can't finish with the left hand. Last touch by Fanshawe. Let's take another look at Cream Collins' very unorthodox basket. Gets hacked and still.
gets sandwiched.
Mohawk 55, Fanshawe 31. Kazi off to Watson. Daly, Sabaya. Broad for 3. Off deep back rim. Kazi takes it away. Finishes the layup.
That's just good hustle defense.
See what Baylis can do with it. They're Ontarian like glue on the 3-point line. Nice pass inside and good finish. That's great looking offense. McConkey to Daly. Good steal by Roscoe Rayo, and he's going to use his speed, but Sabaya's there. He goes into Sabaya.
Wow.
That could have been an and one.
Yeah, no, it was a good finish by him, you know, being a player that's shorter. It's hard to read, you know, when that block's going to come and where you should be placing the basketball.
Broad pump fakes this time. He gets fouled. They're going to call it on the floor. Mohawk ball on the left sideline. Watson to inbound. Mohawk going very deep into their bench. Sabaya. Kazi tried to get another couple points for his career. But Tarian jacks one up. Short. Deep rebound to Gakutu. Roscoe, Rayo, Tarian. Nice bounce pass into McConkey, and he can't handle it. They're going to call the foul. That'll go against Kazi.
That just looked like a little bit of a fumble.
I thought he didn't handle it either.
Yeah. Yes, I didn't see it from this angle.
Stern to inbound. Oh, they switched up on me. Orozco, Rayo. Nice jumper. Deep two, they call it, for Gakutu.
That was a nice looking shot, though.
Broad, Watson. Watson cross up, almost loses it. Foul called. That'll go against Stern. Foul starting to pile up for Fanshawe, and that's what we were scared of.
Yeah, it looks like the refs are calling quite a few fouls in this second quarter. So, yeah, it's definitely not a good thing for Fanshawe.
Into Sabaya. Sabaya misses short. Gakutu, excuse me. Throws it away. Baylis looks frustrated. Every time something goes wrong, he looks over to the bench and gives a couple of his cents. Watson in, Kazi. Deli. Nice little dribbling. Sabaya, broad for three. Off high, off the backboard. Continues to bounce. Roscoe Rayo. Up. Baylis gets rejected by Sabaya.
That was big.
Now Sabaya on defense deep. McConkey finishes. Sometimes you got to finish off the defensive possession.
Yeah.
Kazi fakes. Gives the no-look pass into Deli, and Deli will go to the line for two shots.
No, we're seeing Mohawk pretty deep into the bench right now.
Yeah.
And, they're pulling out
great.
some moves.
Let's take another look at Sabaya's block before Deli goes to the line. Tempted alley-oop, get out of my house. Couple angles. Wow. I wish I could jump.
Same. Wish I was tall.
First time Deli to the line for the season, and he hits the first one. Second one as well. Orozco Rayo picks it there by McConkey. He goes towards it. Dribbles it back. He's got great handles. Gives it into McConkey, and he finishes. That is good looking basketball by Orozco Rayo. Ooh. Kazi goes behind his back. He goes all the way. That was a prayer. Chucks it up off the backboard. Baylis takes it up, and that's a great finish with the left hand.
That was a strong drive. There was as soon as he made that first move, he was going all the way.
3 seconds separating game and shot clocks for Kazi to do something with again. He likes that left hand dribble. Broad. Broad. Sabaya. Broad gets it back for three. That's not his game, it seems. And no on the end of the half shot. Mohawk finishes off the first half against the Fanshawe Falcons, up 59-43. And it's been what it's been. It's been mostly Mohawk, but Fanshawe's not going away. They're still only down by 16.
Yeah, no, I think it's still, there could be a power shift, but we're kind of seeing, the 7-0 Mohawk basketball that we were expecting. They're a big, deep team, and unfortunately, Fanshawe has a lot of injuries right now, which isn't really working with them. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see how the second half goes.
Fouls are really going to hurt Fanshawe because that minimal bench gets even smaller.
Exactly. So, you can only give people breaks as much as you can. So when someone's getting into foul trouble, you look at your bench to give them a little sub, and there's no one there. So it's definitely not something they want to get into in the second half.
Christine has her halftime interview. Christine?
Hey, Liam, I'm hanging out with number 23, Jeff Hunt for the Mohawk Mountaineers. I'm distracted. He's so tall. Wore my highest heels, still not working. Now, Jeff, you have been playing Fanshawe, team with no wins. How do you keep yourself motivated during a game like this?
We keep ourselves motivated by being active on the bench, making sure the guys that don't get to play a lot in regular games get out and do their thing tonight, and we cheer them on as they support us all season long. It's just back and forth. We got to keep them positive too.
Okay, well, that's perfect. I mean, it's working for you. You've been getting a ton of rebounds. You guys are still playing hard. Now, what can I expect to see in the second half?
We want to put Fanshawe away early. We don't want to let them hang around, because if you let any team hang around, they can believe they can win a game. We just want to put them away and get our guys who don't play a lot more minutes in the second half.
Okay, well, that's perfect. Let's not get lazy. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Christine. And we were talking about points off the bench, 23-6, but we're just about to finish for the first half. Mohawk 59, Fanshawe 43. We'll be back with the second half right after this. Athletic Center. Mohawk leads 59-43. Liam Dunlop, Sadie Martin. We'll hear from Christine Midgley in just a little bit, but Mohawk's just looked excellent all around.
Yeah, no, they've been doing a great job. They're keeping the lead clearly. But last quarter, we saw a little bit of a shift. We got the numbers in, and Fanshawe actually outscored them 23-22. So, it's too bad Fanshawe didn't start their first quarter out like that.
Yeah.
We'd have a much closer game. But if they can keep that rolling, and it seems, Mohawk might be letting off on the gas a little bit. So, and another thing we were kind of looking at is Mohawk 23 points off the bench. And that's huge for them. That's kind of... they have a very deep bench, and we've seen that all season long, so it's just reiterating that.
Christine caught up with Fanshawe's head coach. What do you have to say, Christine?
Well, as we talked about before, Fanshawe's missing a lot of their key players. They've got 4 people out, 2 injuries, so the coach is really just trying to redo his entire game plan. He has a pretty empty bench, so his guys are getting tired. They basically just have to keep trying to play hard and dig deep.
Hard.
Very true, Christine. We were talking about that all game. It's going to be tough for sure. We're off and running here. Tarian has it. Got Kutu. Kutu up. A little too strong off the backboard as Barr is back. All the starters back on the court for Mohawk. They're getting some extra burn. Brereton. Last touch off Baylis. Tried to feed it through the needle there, but good defense by Baylis not allowing the entry pass. Inside Barr. Barr gets hacked. He'll go to the line for 2 shots. Barr is great at doing that so far this early season. First one is good. And just so you can remember, Mohawk has one game left after this one at Niagara, December 4th, and then they are on the break for the holidays. And then they'll be back at Humber January 13th, and that will be a huge game.
Yeah, see if they can keep the undefeated season going.
They still have to beat Fanshawe and Niagara, right? Exactly.
Right.
Kagutu given away to Brereton. Brereton almost loses his feet and does end up losing it. They're going to say last touch off Baylis. Baylis he's been a spark plug for Fanshawe so far.
Yeah, he's a very aggressive player, and yeah, on the defensive end and the offensive end.
Bar has Tarian all over him. They're going to call the tic-tac foul on Tarian, reaching in. It's only his first foul.
So there's nothing to worry about there.
Turnover there. Tarian almost loses his dribble. Floats one up and misses to the left. Brereton has 3 players ahead of him. Collins up. Hunt tried to go for the alley-oop and he missed. Kagutu up and in.
It's a good finish.
Yeah, good post-up moves using that big body. Bar, Collins. Collins all the way, gets his own rebound, gives it over to Hunt. Hunt goes up and he rolls it home with a little bit of English off the backboard.
There was such a height difference there.
Yeah, that's what happens. Roscoe Rayo continues to push up, but goes baseline, throws it up, and that's blocked. I'm not sure if Collins or Hunt got a tip on that, but either way, a block Mohawk's way. They had 4 in the first half. Let's take another look.
You have to give him credit for his ball control, though.
Yeah, definitely. That's all Collins. And Collins gets the steal there while you were watching that replay. Up to Brereton, and he gets hacked. They're going to call intentional foul. Let's take another look at that. That's just frustration on Baylis. He tried to keep him up at the end.
It's the thought that counts, right?
But coaches always teach you have to foul him hard, but
Not
that hard,
no.
yeah.
Not that obvious.
Brereton misses the first one. He gets a couple technical free throws. Second one is good, and it will be Mohawk's possession as well. And that's going to be big if Baylis can't play his aggressive game because he's got a technical.
Exactly.
Bar to Brereton. Up top to Collins. Bar looking for something. Brereton pump fakes.
7 on the shot now.
Up to Kojo, and he finishes and the foul. He hung
That
in the
was a
air
lot
for
of
like
contact.
3 seconds,
Yeah.
it seemed.
I don't know how you do that. It's like magic.
It seems like he pump faked like 2 times too. Let's take another look. How long can you be in the air for?
He had like enough time to pump fake, get the contact off his arm, and finish lightly on the glass. So
Daly takes a seat after he picks up another foul. 2 on him now. Fari finishes the and 1. Third foul? Oh. Thank you, Sadie. Tarian tried the nasty step back, but gives it off to Roscoe Rayo. He gets fouled by Collins. Roscoe Rayo, right side Stern. He leaves it short. Ball goes out of bounds. Fanshawe's possession. McConkey doesn't seem like a three-point shooter, so he goes inside. All the way outside Roscoe Rayo. Crossing right.
They're not letting him in there at
Yeah,
all.
he's going to have to huck one up. Throws it away. No shot clock violation as Mohawk gained possession. Nasty behind the back. Burton tried to dunk it too, lost possession. That would have been a showstopper.
Yeah, he doesn't look too impressed about that one because I think he just lost in his own hands.
He got a little too high and gravity took the ball down. Baylis back in the game. Going right, gives it off to McConkey. All the way left side, Stern. McConkey jumper, rattles out. Stern with an offensive rebound, gives it up to Baylis. Roscoe Rayo loses possession. Afari has it. Afari loses it. And off the foot of Stern.
A little bit messy basketball
Yeah,
down the
both
court
ways.
there.
Collins takes a seat for Watson. This is where we probably will see a Watson to Afari or Watson to Brereton alley-oop attempt, I'm guessing. And I thought wrong. He gives it into Barr for an easy layup. Worth the same amount of points. Doesn't look as pretty, but still great fundamental basketball. Baylis up, misses the layup. He's angry with himself. Hunt up, Watson down.
That's Mohawks basketball.
Inadvertent buzzer, but they're going to continue playing. Terrian, Baylis cuts baseline. Blocked by Hunt. Let's take another look at that alley-oop because they're so much fun to watch. Burton throws it up. Watson throws it down.
Ah, I see where you're
Got
going
me,
there.
got me. Timeout taken by Fanshawe, and yeah, fatigue is really starting to set in. But if you're playing over 20 minutes, 25 minutes into the game, I'd be very tired as well. I don't even think I could play
for
5
sure.
minutes right now.
No. And Baylis looks like he's
For
probably
us, very mad.
the most frustrated player over there. So he's not very happy about how the game's going. And, you know, I think it's a little bit just general frustration, even with injuries, which isn't something he can control, but I think it's just what you have to work with, right? I'm sure the coach, the last thing he wants is more injuries. So that's another thing you have to take into account when you're playing a game like this. If you're already down so many players, you have to be playing smart basketball.
In college, stats matter, and it's always nice to look at yourself at the top of a leaderboard, but up by, let's do some quick math here, 26, 71, 45. Is this where you dump the bench on again like they did at the end of the first half, or do you continue pushing and try and just spread this lead out as far as possible?
Well, you know, like Jeff Hunt said at halftime, it's a good opportunity to get your bench in. Like he said, they've been supporting the starters and all the players that, you know, get a lot of floor time this whole season. So I think they're all for getting those rookies and bench players in just so that they can get some time on the floor. It keeps their spirits up and, you know, it keeps them supporting and learning great college basketball. So I think that's the way that they'll play it.
Gutu cannot finish. Nice pass off by Brereton. Spins out. Afari down low with 3 on him and 1.
He's hyped about that one.
That's tough as you saw him flex in his muscles. Let's take another look at that. Wild attempt by Barr. He got whacked 4 times, it seemed.
Yeah, there was a lot of arms on him down there.
and finishes at the line. Afari has really stepped up his game this year.
He has.
Didn't see a lot of playing time with the stellar 5 they had on the court for Mohawk last year, but when he got on last year, he was exciting to watch, and he still continues to be. Deep triple. That's good. This is where Fanshawe needs to start living and dying by the 3.
Exactly.
Burton. Hunt's looking for it. Orozco Rayo all the way. Foul by Barr. He got the ball, but foul first. Let's take another look. Orozco Rayo's fast. He knew he was coming the whole time.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was close.
I think he was trying to think of what move he was going to do, whether Barr was going to run right by him or whether he needs to do a little spin there, but it worked in his favor.
Durnick, Ivroni, and Sabaya on the court for Mohawk now. Roscoe Rayo hits the first one. Roscoe Rayo, 86% from the line throughout this season. That's why. He's got a beautiful stroke. Durnick over to Watson. He has space, but he gives it over to Ivroni. Ivroni cuts baseline, gives it off to Afari. He's up, but they're going to call a travel first. Had to have been 3 steps. He got there really quick.
Yeah.
And without a dribble even. Take another look. Yeah, 1, 2. Yeah, he might have had a 3rd step before. Kakutu gets fouled on the floor. That'll go against Sabaya. 4:10 remaining in this 3rd quarter. Mohawk 74, Fanshawe 50. Big pick set there by Daly. Roscoe Rayo goes against it. Hands it off to McConkey. Roscoe Rayo up and under move. Nice finish for the little man.
He was doing it all on his own down there.
Watson gives it over to Sabaya. Almost short hops him. Good takeaway by Roscoe Rayo. And another foul. This one will go against Durnick. Roscoe Rayo's been great so far, and he's had to take over the point guard duties.
What I've seen, he's a very smart player too. He's looking over his shoulder, seeing where the player is going to be and what defense they're going to give him, so that he can almost play into that foul.
Hits again from the line. Terrian's about to come on. Second one as well. McConkey takes a seat for Terrian. Very small lineup on as the starters are on for the Falcons. Watson and Durnick break the press, but give it right over to Gutu. They're going to call a blocking foul. He took it all the way, and he'll go to the line for 2 shots. And
we're seeing a shift in Fanshawe's favor right now. They're getting to the line quite a lot.
Lead shrinking, shot by shot. First one's good. Second one's true. Press can't take over as Durnick takes it all the way. Tries to flip it up and in. No foul called. Baylis is rushing hard. Biswalta hands it off to Terrian. Baylis gets it back right side. Baylis all the way, floats it up. Cannot go. Tip back, but Orozco Rayo's there. He's got good hands. He's got great dribbles.
He does, yeah.
5 on the shot clock. He's going to have to shoot one up. Takes it all the way. Very difficult.
Right
Nice.
to the glass. Yeah, that was a great. The shot clock's running down, and he was able to weave through and get a nice layup out of it.
Let's take another look at that shimmy shake finish. That is so difficult to do, especially with the very rangy Sabaya. Durnick to the line for 2 shots. First one's good. He knew the second one was going in, and Jeff Hunt will take a shot at the court, taking off Kojo. Tarian gets mauled. Baylis pump fake, got Sabaya way up in the air. Kakutu 1-2 up, good finish.
Fanshawe, they're working well together right now.
If they were playing like this in that first quarter, you never know.
Yeah, we would have had a different ball game.
Unlucky bounce, gives it over to Ivoroni. Hunt, Watson, corner 3, good. Inside Baylis spins, give it over to Kukuku. Taken away by Ivoroni. Ivoroni, Hunt. Sabaya travels. Actually, he steps out of bounds. Turnover on Mohawk. 1:51 remaining in this third. Mohawk up 19, 79-60. Baylis right side Tarian. We know he can shoot, and that one's good.
This is when those 3-pointers could really come in handy.
Hunt, beautiful pass to Watson. Durnick takes it up, floats it up. Wow, that's a difficult shot. He is very confident in his game. Another rookie.
Yeah.
Baylis, Tarian. Tarian throws it way up, and that's going to be a back and forth call. Bar inbounds for Sabaya, and Gugutu takes a rest for the big man, Ben McConkey. Up to Watson, a little too confident. They're going to call the foul. That will go against O'Shane Daly.
Yeah, that's one of those plays. I think when you show a team it once, they're not going to let you do it again. So they saw it coming and were able to defend it as well as they could.
Watson misses short, the first one. Both are missed. Tried to be tipped back home by Hunt. Barr gets another rebound, and we'll see who that foul goes against as he'll go to the line. Another quick one on Daly.
And that's, when we start to see Fanshawe's players getting into foul trouble, which isn't what they want when they still have a whole quarter ahead of them.
McConkey comes off for Kagutu. Barr hits the first one. Both are good for Barr again. He's been great from the line. McConkey already ready to come back in. Must be very tiring being on this Fanshawe lineup. And Baylis picks up another foul. That is now his 4th. Daly now has to take a seat for McConkey as he's in a little bit of foul trouble with 3 himself. Both teams in the bonus. The remainder.
And Baylis is one of the players on Fanshawe that you don't want to have in foul trouble because he's so aggressive, and I think he really gets the team pumped up.
Another 2-for-2 trip to the line for Barr, as we now see Paul Whitson in the game. First time we've seen him. And he takes out Baylis, of course. Roscoe Rayo, another floater. Rebound by Hunt. Hunt gets the ball stripped and he throws it up. And Ivoroni goes and gets it. Throws it up and that's down by Watson.
It was a nice play. It was Jeff Hunt got out of a hard situation there and worked out for Mohawk, definitely to their advantage.
Good transition basketball. Taken away by Hunt, but he can't get it and he jumps into the stands. Let's take another look at that highlight reel alley-oop. What a great pass by Ivoroni. Good poke away. They're gonna say tip, ball on the ground to Ivoroni. They can go one shot here. That ball is almost thrown away.
That was a lucky one.
Durnick has it. Durnick has Ivoroni in the corner. Short. Terrian's gonna have to chuck one up. Good if it goes, but does not. At the end of the third quarter, Mohawk 87, Fanshawe 63. And this is a lot of tired faces, but I think now it's time for Mohawk to go really deep into their bench because they've almost hit their points total for the year, like per game total, which is 90.
And they've kept the lead gap. There hasn't really been any huge shift on the Fanshawe side of things, so I think it's definitely the right time and opportunity for them to really get their bench in the game. And also that'll give Fanshawe a little bit of a break too, you know, not having to deal with the Mohawk starters for a full 4 quarters.
We have some third quarter highlights for you to look at. Nice crossover. Roscoe Rayo, he got blocked. There's one of the many alley-oops to O.J. Watson, which has happened so far. There's one of the many and ones by Afari. Slowing it down. Going up hard. We get the stat sheet. Mohawk outscored the Falcons by 8 in that quarter. 34 bench points for Mohawk. 18 points for Lamar Barr. 10 for Brereton. 9 for Collins. 9 for Durnick. 9 for Watson. 8 for Hunt. 8 for Afari, 7 for Sabaya. Oh, I'm out of breath. I'm out of breath. 22 assists on 31 made field goals, and that's massive. And something that's really hurt Mohawk throughout the last couple seasons has been from the free throw line, and they're 86.5% from there.
Which is a good number.
3 players with 3 fouls. 3 players with 3 fouls for the Falcons and 1 with 4. That's daily. So I'm guessing they didn't count that Baylis technical as a personal foul. Collins backing up, crossing left. Durnick deep triple. No, but right to Brereton. That's been his luck today. Finished with the left hand. Brereton now in double digits. As we said, the last game against Redeemer, they had 6 players in double digits and could go that way as well today. Terrian misses. Barr with another huge rebound. That's too much flash. Throws that ball out of bounds. They have to get it out, and that is an 8-second violation. That wasn't even the tightest defense by Mohawk. I think that was just lackadaisical offense.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Looked like they wanted to get it to the person they wanted to, but by the time they did, time was run out. It looked like more of a show and tell on Mohawk's end.
Bar all the way. Basket counts, and there's going to be an off-the-ball foul on Kareem Collins off ball. So the 2 points count, but Collins picks up the foul.
And that's his 4th foul.
Terrian, nice jumper.
That's an easy.
Fluid
That's an
motion.
easy one for him.
Collins misses. Achalma's back on. Ball's tipped all over the place. And finally, Terrian ends up with it. Terrian deep triple. No good. Ball's tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Mohawk. Fanshawe ball underneath the basket. Let's see if they go for a little bit of flash. McConkey's wide open. He loses possession. Terrian in the corner. Deep 2, I think they'll call.
It's a nice shot by him either way. That's 18 points for him so far this game.
Deep triple for Durnick, and that's good. Ryan Durnick having a... So he's in double digits now.
Yep, he's at 12 points now. 2 for 2 from his 3 points.
Terrian takes it down. Jumper's good. Fixes the mesh. He's now at 20. Chama bar all the way, and that's too easy for him. Cuts
There was
right
nowhere.
through.
There was no one down there to guard him.
Baylis thought he had some help defense, but little did he know no one was there. They're going to call the foul on Brereton. Baylis being aggressive, going to the middle of the court. Daly's back in. Deli's back in for Mohawk, so Daly and Deli both subbing in for their respective squads. Roscoe Rayo all the way up and under. Nice move.
He's awesome. Just versatile. He can just move through anything.
Bar, Achalma up and under, same move, and that's a great finish. This Mohawk team loves each other. They all love every one of their teammates, and that's a deep triple for McConkey. And the ladies Falcons enjoy that one. Bar trying to find something. Deli's on the far side. Deli hands it off. Collins, and he gets blocked by McConkey. Collins gets it back. Last touch by Terrian. 3.6 on the shot clock.
McConkey has such long arms. He was just right over top of him. Doesn't make it for an easy shot.
Deli with the jumper. Good.
And the Mohawk
Mohawk
benches on their
up
feet.
in arms. Terrian using that right-hand dribble. Gives it up. Nobody there for the pass. Collins and Achalma up. Chanwa, no finish. Gets own rebound. Up and in. These deep bench players are really showing their own. I don't think on most teams they would be deep bench players.
No, exactly. Which makes Mohawk such a special team.
Mohawk now over the 100 mark, 102-74 lead. Timeout taken by Fanshawe. There's not a lot more we can say other than I feel bad for Fanshawe because without injuries, you never know what could happen.
No, definitely. We haven't seen half of their team, basically, and a lot of them being starters. So I think it could have been a very different game, and I think that's what makes it so frustrating for them because there's potential that we don't even know about, and it must be frustrating as a player to come out and, 102-74. It's That's not bad. To put up 74 points.
Against a tough Mohawk D, yes.
Yeah, and with a short bench, that's, nothing to be upset about. But at the same time, it's hard.
It is difficult, for sure. And as we were saying at the beginning of the game, 5 of the 8 that are dressed and ready to go and able to go are rookies.
Yeah.
So
well, they're definitely seeing the court.
Yeah,
which maybe
sure.
they wouldn't have if these players weren't injured. So they're getting a little bit more experience, and maybe next year Fanshawe will be quite a threat. I'm not sure how extensive the injuries are. Maybe the second half of
me neither, to be honest.
semester, the season.
They'll have a nice, pretty much a month break, so
You never know.
they could come back strong in the second half.
Just go on a run.
McConkey, Tarian.
Nice pump fake.
Tarian right into Ivoroni. Great defense the whole way. Ivoroni up to Watson. Watson 1-2. And foul by Baylis, and I think he might be gone. I'm not 100%. Let's take another look at that.
No, actually, he might have one more to give.
Yep, he might. That he doesn't want to give, for sure.
Exactly.
Watson misses another free throw today. Second one is good. Roscoe Rayo. Right side, Baylis. Baylis all the way, no finish. Daly's there, ball's on the ground.
Rebound.
Shoot it. No. McConkey finishes the right hand. Great pass from his caboose by Daly. And here's Deli. Ivoroni. Back to Deli. So that way up, and Ivoroni goes and gets it again. Gives it inside. Ochalwan, he gets hacked. And let's see who that's against. Daly might be out of the game. And that is.
Yeah, that's his 5th.
He is
foul.
now disqualified for the remainder of this 5:03. Number 6, Austin Rollison will see his first time on the court. Jesse Broad on the court as well for Mohawk. First one is true. Second one's missed, but good work by Rollison. Big rebound finish by McConkey. I thought the Orozco Rayo shot was going to go in. Deli into Chalma. Chalma cuts, gives it to Ivoroni. Ivoroni corner 3. And that's
his
good.
spot.
That is his spot. Both ends of the court. He loves that corner. Rollison sets a pick. Baylis goes against it. Rollison sets another one. Pick master. Roscoe Rayo working. Loses his own dribble. McConkey had to throw it up. Takeaway by Mohawk. Ivoroni travels. Got a little too excited. He's like, 3 guys are open. I'm going to pass to one of them, but which one? Sam Stern back on the court. And also Paul Whitson. Roscoe Rayo finally gets a rest. He has been on the entire game, and you got to feel for that, man.
Yeah. He doesn't look that tired, though.
I know,
I don't
he's
even
got
see
great
sweat
fitness for sure.
dropping down his face.
Rollison has it here. He's got Chalma all over him. Gives it off McConkey. Baylis pump fakes. He goes in. Steps back out. He has Watson on him. All the way. Great finish by Baylis. Ivroni, Broad. Watson looks up, gives it into Achalma. Achalma against Rollison. Offensive foul going against Achalma. Use that elbow and gain space. You're not allowed to do that. McConkey has it down low against Broad. That's a good matchup. McConkey gets fouled, and he'll go to the line. I kind of like that matchup. Bringing Jesse Broad in, giving him some more experience against a bigger man.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I like that Mohawks using their bench a little bit more.
Let's take another look at McConkey's move, which caused him to go to the line for 2 shots, as the first one is missed short. It's not bad defense by Broad. McConkey hits the second one. Kazi's back on the floor. Deli, Kazi. Kazi gives it off to Watson.
Shot clock's down to 7.
Watson's taking it all the way, and he gets blocked. I think that was by Baylis. Wilson picks up his dribble. Almost
Close.
taken away. McConkey throws one up, misses. Baylis has just been everywhere on the court and throws it away. He thought Rolson was coming. Rolson gives him the old my bad. Broad going all the way. Broad missing. The bench was going up again. Going up on a Tuesday. It's Tuesday, right?
It is a Tuesday.
Oh, awesome. I've always wanted to say that. Here's Baylis again. He's not showing any sign of fatigue, and he gets blocked. Gets it back, no look pass, and great finish by Stern. 2 minutes remaining. Kazi, Deli pump fakes. Wide open jumper, and he's making it all day.
Nice move, especially for a player that doesn't see much of the court. He's playing really well in this last quarter. And it's hard to come in when you've been, sitting cold for 3 quarters.
Stern misses a couple times. He's not very happy with himself. Broad step back, leaves it short. Stern, high dribble, gives it off Whitson. Rollison thought about taking the 3, but he'll step into this one. No. Stern, no. Foul. Stern will go to the line for 2 shots. First time going there this season, and we see it again. Yeah, Kazi just whacks him right in the arm. Second one is missed short. Watson rushing the floor. He has Deli with him and Kazi, but he gives it off to Achalma. Achalma all the way. He gets hacked, and he'll go to the line for 2 shots. The first one is missed by Achalma. Achalma's second one is good. Baylis up, and unlucky roll. Kazi with another rebound. Kazi dribbling behind the back. Going all the way, giving it up to Watson. And they're going to say, last touch off Rollison. Good try by Kazi, being a little fancy.
That was some nice handles coming up the court.
Kazi inside, Watson, he'll hit that. 46.5 remaining. Mohawk now at 112. But Fanshawe, respectable 83.
Yeah, you can't. That's a lot of points for a team that's already short bench, and especially against a tough defensive team like Mohawk.
Stern off to McConkey. McConkey's deep mid-range and three-point jumpers have been on so far this fourth quarter. Delhi, Achamwa. Achamwa going right in. Going up and one. Adrian Achamwa in his Rip Hamilton mask, finishing with the left hand. Finishes from the line. Baylis gonna get some shots after getting hacked there. Rushing hard to the line.
He doesn't look like he gets tired.
No, they've got some good fitness on this team.
He goes in with the same aggression every play.
Misses that one way short. Second one is missed as well. Kazi has to get it over the line. He's just going to dribble it out. He has Whitson on him, but they're just going to allow the dribble out. And Mohawk wins by 30. 115 to 85 against a very beat up Fanshawe squad. And it's a result we expected, but it is what it is for sure.
Yeah, we thought there might have been another outcome that could happen if, they had some more in their back pocket that we weren't aware of, but I think the injuries is really what hits them. They played hard and they look a little discouraged now. I think they were coming into this game as well, coming up against a team that's undefeated with such a deep bench. It can't be easy to do, but I think 85 points is pretty good for a team that's hurt.
Yeah, it's respectable for sure. They have one more game against Niagara December 4th, then they have the break. Niagara's a tough squad as well, but Mohawk has to be beaming with confidence.
Oh, for sure, yeah. They've been doing awesome, right? I think they're one of the only undefeated teams in the CCAA right now. So that's awesome. Tons of confidence. Getting the bench in the game today as well, a huge confidence booster. We had almost everyone on the scoreboard, if not everyone. I think we only had one person missing on the scoreboard, which is huge for a team.
Yeah. Yeah, as we can see there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in double digits. Same amount as Fanshawe had, but they only had 8 players.
They only had that many to work with. Yeah. So, I think great game by Fanshawe and a standing game by Mohawk. We've seen lots of points off the bench, and today wasn't any different. They had 34 points off the bench to finish it off.
Christine has her post-game interview. Christine?
Thanks, Liam. I'm here hanging out with number 32, Lamar Barr, who continues to be Mohawk's leading scorer. Now, you guys are on a huge win streak. You just beat Fanshawe. How are you feeling right now?
It feels great, our team's rolling well. We're playing together, really well, and it just feels good to just be on a 8-0 winning streak right now.
Yeah, no, we talked to you earlier in the season about you wanting to push yourself, make yourself stronger, play harder. How are you still motivating yourself when you're already at the top?
We're just doing it for the team, we just like to see each other, win, and
I say it really helps when you're pushing each other. Yeah. So looking forward into the new year. Obviously, this is the last game of the season. What are you hoping happens in the new year?
To just keep winning, just get some hardware at the end of it.
Yeah, no, this has been a great season for you. We really look forward to seeing what 2016 brings. All right? Thanks, guys. Back to you.
Excitement all over Lamar's face for sure. So we're going to preview. The next game won't be until January 20th at home. So they will be playing at Niagara December 4th, at Humber January 13th, but their next home game won't be for almost 2 months, January 2nd, and that's a long way away from home.
Yeah, and I think we have Christmas break in there as well, so definitely keep up the conditioning, and hopefully when they're back on home turf, we're still looking at this undefeated team.
You'll be seeing Sadie and Christine, but you might not see me again for a while, as the third-year production team is on their way to their internships. But what a way to end off. The women win a very tight game, and then the men
Very
win
exciting.
115-85. So for Liam Dunlop, Sadie Martin, and Christine Midgley, we will see you next time.